What's up? It's Kendrick, aka Chug Rock. I'm going to talk about how people need to stop calling themselves a Christian, Muslim, or any kind of religious title that's supposed to be considered a good person when they're not living up to the title, the word. You know, a lot of people will call themselves Christians and not living a Christian lifestyle. How you gonna say you're a Christian but you ain't living up to the word, the title? You know, that's like saying you're a good person in general, but you're not doing good works. Your heart is not good at all. You know, your actions not good. So you technically can't say you're a good person. You know, you're an immoral person. You know, so stop with the stupidity and get with facts. You know, y'all sound like idiots when y'all be saying that. You know, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim. You know, so use common sense. You heard? How you gonna say you're a Christian? You smoke some weed. It be the most filthy people that want to consider themselves Christians. You know? How you a thug but you gonna call yourself a Christian? How you a gangster but want to call yourself a Christian? How you a gangster but you a Muslim? How you still smoking weed and you're a Muslim? How you still smoking weed and you're a Christian? How you still selling drugs and you're a Christian? How you still selling drugs and you're a Muslim? You know, it just don't make no sense. It just don't add up at all. You heard it? When you those titles, you're supposed to be holy. You know, you ain't supposed to be of the wicked world. You know, you're supposed to be away from the wicked world. You're supposed to be living a righteous lifestyle. So if you're gonna live up to those titles, use those titles. Live up to that title. You know, be that title for real. Don't just consider yourself that title. You know, anybody can say they anything, but if their action not saying that, they ain't really that title. So a lot of y'all ain't really what y'all claim to be. You know, I can say I'm a good person because my actions speak louder than my words. You know, forget some words. You know, those are just titles. But my actions gonna say I'm dead. You know, I wouldn't consider myself something that I don't practice being. You know, if I'm gonna say I'm a good person, best believe I'm gonna be a good person. If I'm a bad person, best believe I'm a bad person. Because I'm an honest person. You know, I'm real. A lot of y'all ain't real out here. You know, a lot of y'all are not real. Something is wrong with y'all brain. You heard? So, you know, y'all gotta make sense. You know, a Christian is supposed to live holy. A Muslim is supposed to live holy. Therefore, they're supposed to be good people. You can't say you're a badass and then be a Muslim or a Christian, etc. Because a religious person is supposed to be a righteous person, you know, but you don't even necessarily have to be a religious person to be good, you know. But I'm saying, for all the people that's claiming that they Christian or Muslim, when they don't have the requirements to be there, you know, it's like saying you the fastest person in the world, but you can't run that fast. You know, y'all ain't making no sense. It's like saying, you the king of the world, but don't run shit in the world. You heard me? So, by y'all saying those that by y'all using those titles, it's vain. You know, it don't make no sense. So for all you religious people out there, for all you people that want to be religious and want to call yourselves Christians and Muslims, y'all need to think about what y'all doing, you know. Think about what y'all saying, you know, because what y'all saying ain't making no sense. Y'all be cool.